Starships and other amazing innovations come down to Earth from the clouds. The Dark Ages are just around the corner for all of us. One fine day, you wake up and you don't hear the habitual noise of cars outside. Airplanes will stop taking to the air. The front gates of companies will close forever. The internet will cease to exist. And all connections will be disconnected. All this due to our planet running out of oil. So, how much time is left? Are there any ways to help free the world from dependence on oil so that human civilization won't be lost into the darkness of another Middle Ages? This natural oily liquid makes possible not only driving cars, flying airplanes, and navigating sea ships. It feeds us as our farming industries depend on it. It gets us dressed, providing us with cheap and sensible synthetic clothes made of petroleum products. And it makes our lives easier by offering a wide range of plastics. Various oil fuel derivatives are used in drugs for allergies, headache, nervous stress, and infectious diseases. And of course, we need crude oil for most equipment and vehicles, essential to move all these products around the world, with their cost price coming out at the price as good as gold, since the black stuff consumed to produce only one car is twice its weight. And don't think that endless chattering on the phone or watching new videos from Riddle may occur without this liquid, as the production of smartphones, computers, and other gadgets are all oil-based. It takes 630 grams of crude oil to make a chip weighing 1 gram, or 39.4 pounds of crude oil to make a chip weighing 1 ounce. The internet globally absorbs energy commensurate with 10% of electricity consumption of the United States. All this could soon be gone. As British Petroleum predicts, oil flow will dry up by the year 2040, unless we can beat the clock and develop full-fledged energy alternatives. The creation of a controlled thermonuclear deuterium-tritium fusion reaction seems the most alluring prospect. Humankind will get an inexhaustible source of energy, if we can.
Every day. Number 12, decreased risk of heart disease. We're having a heart health epidemic these days. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 610,000 people die of heart-related illnesses every single year in the US. That's 1 in 4 deaths. But believe it or not, consuming fish oil can help out here. A study conducted by the Nutrition and Metabolism Research Group at the University of Alberta confirmed that the omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in fish oil decrease the risk of developing heart disease. And that's because these acids drop the level of triglycerides, which contribute to high blood pressure caused by plaque buildup in the arteries. Fish oil will clean all that icky stuff out so your heart doesn't have to work so hard pumping blood throughout your body. Number 11, clearer thinking. If you're dealing with mental fog and poor memory, then fish oil is at your service. Again, those wonderful omega-3 fatty acids also contain DHA. This acid is responsible for making sure that your cell membranes are healthy and your neural pathways are strong. And that's the main reason why tons of studies, including one conducted by Brazilian researchers at the Federal University of Rio Grande do Sul, suggest that fish oil can even be used as a way to prevent the onset of Alzheimer's. Not to mention, fish oil is sometimes even prescribed to children with attention disorders like ADD or ADHD to help them focus and think clearly.
Producing a large amount of tritium radiation with a half-life of only 12.5 years. In contrast, substituting helium-3 and deuterium for tritium makes fusion reactions nuclear safe. The problem is that helium stocks on Earth are scant, measuring only a few kilograms. True, one could stock up on cosmic helium. With a view to meeting Earth's current annual energy requirements, we would need to mine the moon for about 100 tons of helium-3. For which 3 or 4 trips with a space shuttle seem quite enough. But at first, helium-3 has to be separated on the moon from other gases, mainly helium-4. Igniting this kind of reaction requires heating the plasma up to 1 billion degrees, with the plasma control solution to be found at the same time. Therefore, such options are currently considered as the basis for future thermonuclear reactors. No synthesis is required, however, for direct use of solar radiation. for direct use of solar radiation. Industry leaders already produce solar panels with a performance index as close as 37.8%, utilizing them in cheaper and more efficient semiconductors instead of conventional silicon photodiodes. But even such innovations in solar panels don't make them cheap and efficient enough to replace oil. On top of that, this energy source has proven to be reliable in countries only with a lot of sunny days. On cloudy days, performance drops drastically. Unlike helium-3, another substance, hydrogen, is ample on Earth and can serve as a perfect motor fuel. Hydrogen emits a large amount of energy during combustion, with formation of steam alone, and no environmentally polluting substances. Hydrogen can be drawn from methane, coal, biomass, ordinary garbage, and, of course, water. Obtaining this substance from water is extremely simple. It splits into hydrogen and oxygen by electrolysis. It's true that production of hydrogen for refueling cars is only at the stage of development so far, so that it'll be a long time before it could be competitive with oil. Wind-powered generators are another way to draw an unlimited energy from natural sources. They don't pollute the environment, with only a slight impact on the local climate. A wind turbine, as a rule, takes little space, not exceeding 1% of the whole farm area. The rest of the land can be used for agricultural needs. However, the productivity of such farms is completely dependent on wind power. If its annual average speed is below 5 meters or 16.4 feet per second, then using generators with a horizontal axis of rotation would not be feasible. True, currently there are rotary generators with a vertical axis of rotation that operate to advantage even at wind speeds of only 1 meter or 3.28 feet per second. Despite this, wind-driven generators are too expensive to produce, install, and maintain with a view to make them peer competitors of oil. In addition, there are wave and tidal power plants, also allowing the use of elemental powers. For example, at the Vigor concern in Portland, Oregon, they created the OE Buoy Energy Platform for the company Ocean Energy. It's a huge buoy weighing
Number 10. Stronger immunity. Fish oil doesn't just work on each organ, like your brain or heart, individually. It protects your whole entire system by improving your immunity. It's all got to do with the polyunsaturated acids contained in omega-3. They stimulate the production of prostaglandins. These elements, in turn, make your immune system way stronger, and thus help your body deal with all kinds of infections. At least that's the conclusion that researchers at the University of California came to after one of their studies. So if you're the type of person that's always catching a cold and gets sick really easy, you could definitely use some fish oil in your life. Number 9. Better stamina. Professional cyclist Michael Hutchison swears by the stamina-boosting properties of the fatty acids in fish oil, and the scientific community agrees. Researchers at the Memorial University of Newfoundland conducted a study that confirmed the positive effect of these nutrients on our stamina. When you take fish oil regularly, your body starts to use the fat during long workouts, saving your glycogen stores for more difficult exercises. This process basically increases the time an athlete can do physical activity. So if you work out and train hard, this little boost will certainly come in handy. Number 8. Improved joint health. Around the middle of the 20th century, doctors started noticing that people who live near the sea and eat fish regularly suffer from joint pain way less often. The explanation here is simple. Our joints need fat. Without it, the joint tissues lose their elasticity, which eventually leads to serious injuries. And fish oil is one of the best products to prevent this problem. A study conducted by the Department of Immunology and Rheumatology at Mexico's National Institute of Medical Sciences and Nutrition proved that fish oil can be quite effective at relieving and preventing joint pain. Of course, it won't heal your arthritis completely, but it can stop your joint problems from getting worse. Number 7. Faster muscle recovery after workouts. If you thought that increased stamina is the best that fish oil can do for athletes and gym buffs, think again. In their study, researchers in the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics at St. Louis University had participants take fish oil after their workouts and report any changes. The results were amazing. Most of them claimed that they had way less inflammation and muscle soreness after exercising. Other experiments have shown that the abundance of polyunsaturated fatty acids contained in fish oil are able to protect nerve cells from injuries and even prevent their death. Don't get too excited though, because taking fish oil regularly won't turn you into Superman or anything, but it will surely intensify your regular workouts, making them twice as effective. Number 6. Less stress and a better mood. If you lead a hectic and busy life, don't we all nowadays? You know how important, yet difficult, it can be to relax and de-stress. Fortunately for us, fish oil's polyunsaturated acids increase the production of the happy hormone serotonin, improving your mood and decreasing stress levels. One cross-institutional study found that fish oil is great for fighting depression. There's even research out there suggesting that it can have a positive influence on people with schizophrenia and other mental illnesses. Sounds like a truly universal product and a must-have item for better health and wellness. Number 5. Decreased eye pressure. You hear a lot about taking care of your heart, lungs, liver, and so on, but you don't hear very much about the importance of eye health. It's definitely not something to be underestimated, and fish oil can do a lot for you in this area as well. Doctors often recommend that glaucoma patients take fish oil because its fatty acids help reduce pressure in the eye by removing excess fluids. Studies confirm this too. Researchers in the State Key Laboratory of Ophthalmology at China's Sun Yat-sen University found that additional sources of omega-3 acids can prevent eye problems. But don't think of it as a full-fledged cure. It's just one of the effective ways to keep it.
Generators are another way to draw an unlimited energy from natural sources. They don't pollute the environment, with only a slight impact on the local climate. A wind turbine, as a rule, takes little space, not exceeding 1% of the whole farm area. The rest of the land can be used for agricultural needs. However, the productivity of such farms is completely dependent on wind power. If its annual average speed is below 5 meters or 16.4 feet per second, then using generators with a horizontal axis of rotation would not be feasible. True, currently there are rotary generators with a vertical axis of rotation that operate to advantage even at wind speeds of only 1 meter or 3.28 feet per second. Despite this, wind-driven generators are too expensive to produce, install, and maintain with a view to make them peer competitors of oil. In addition, there are wave and tidal power plants, also allowing the use of elemental powers. For example, at the Vigor concern in Portland, Oregon, they created the OE Buoy Energy Platform for the company Ocean Energy. It's a huge buoy weighing 826 tons, with about 1.25 megawatts of energy generated by the platform through wave forces. This amount is sufficient to provide electricity to a settlement of 18,750 houses. Unfortunately, with such stations, we're literally forced to wait by the sea for weather with the near-the-coast placement of major equipment. So experts regard them rather as an effective supplement to other energy sources. It appears that oil, now addressing 33% of our energy needs, cannot, however, be entirely replaced. At least not so far. Sooner or later, we'll come up with a way to get rid of this dependency. Perhaps the perfect future source of energy is currently on its way, although now the idea of it may look weird.
An additional source of vitamins and minerals. Fish oil isn't just jam-packed with omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. It's got a whole array of useful vitamins and minerals. Of course, the specific ones can vary depending on the type of fish and tons of other factors. But in general, most types of fish oil have a full set of crucial nutrients your system will thank you for. For example, vitamins A and D will help you get rid of brittle hair and allow your body to better absorb other necessary minerals like calcium and phosphorus. The concoction of nutrients you get in fish oil will improve your health and have you looking gorgeous in no time. Speaking of looking fat, Number 3. Smooth, radiant skin. As a rule, when our system works better, it shows on our skin. So all the inner health benefits we've mentioned so far will show up on your face. However, fish oil has one thing that your skin can't get enough of: collagen. It's your skin's elastic foundation, and basically, the more collagen you have, the fewer wrinkles you see on your face. Over time, we lose collagen due to aging and constant stress. Luckily, omega-3 acids store collagen, helping your skin stay young and fresh. Sounds good, right? But it gets better, since fish oil can fight acne as well. According to a study conducted by the Center for Genetics in Washington, D.C., omega-3 acids have an incredible anti-inflammatory effect. Since acne is skin inflammation, fish oil will help clear it right up. So if you want to have glowing and clear skin, fish oil should become your best friend. Number 2. Weight loss. If you've been struggling with your weight and have tried just about every diet known to humanity, you might want to give fish oil a try. Research conducted at the University of South Australia found that regular consumption of fish oil decreases the appetite and extends that full feeling you have in your stomach after eating. Another study conducted by Australian scientists showed that omega-3 acids increase the body's ability to break down fats. So, basically, when you take fish oil, your body uses the fats as a source of energy instead of storing them. The only thing you should remember is that fish oil has a lot of calories, so you still need to count and keep track of those. Number 1. Bigger breasts. Yes, you heard correctly. Fish oil can make your breast bigger, and there are tons of studies out there confirming it. It's all got to do with those polyunsaturated acids we've mentioned about a dozen times by now. If you're looking to increase your cup size, there are some other foods you can try too, like olive oil, dried beans, tofu, and seaweed to name a few. These are all healthy products full of vitamins and minerals that will make your breasts grow naturally. Okay, now that we definitely know why you should take fish oil for better health and looks, let's talk about which fish oil you should opt for and how exactly you can consume it. The first thing you need to consider when choosing a type of fish oil is what it's made of. Most of the time, the main ingredient is cod liver, since it's simple and not that pricey. However, cod liver contains a lot of toxins and harmful metabolites that can outweigh all the product's benefits. Instead, choose fish oil made from the meat and muscle of the fish. It'll be way more gentle on your system. As for consumption, the best way to go is to take a supplement while eating or right after. But don't forget that consulting your doctor beforehand is a must for anyone who wants to add fish oil to their menu. Do not take it if you're allergic to fish, obviously, but also if you have thyroid, liver, urinary, or digestive problems. If you're pregnant or nursing, don't consume fish oil either. There can be other restrictions as well, depending on your health, so make sure you visit your doctor and get their stamp of approval before you go for it. So, are you thinking about adding more fish oil to your life, or do you already take it? Do you know about any other products that can transform your body? Let us know in the comments below. If you
to get rid of this dependency. Perhaps the perfect future source of energy is currently on its way, although now the idea of it may look weird to us. Scientists from University of California, Berkeley have developed a method for generating electricity using the genetically modified bacterial virus M13. They added 4 negatively charged molecules to one end of its protein chain, thus enhancing the difference between the positively and negatively charged ends of the protein molecule, which resulted in an increase of electrical voltage. The researchers used a stack of virus films as big as 1 square centimeter, about 0.16 square inches, for building a postage stamp-size electrical generator and placed it between 2 gold-plated electrodes with electrical voltage of approximately 2.5 volts, enough to ignite the digit 1 on a liquid crystal display. Scientists have also detected the first implications that quarks, subatomic particles, can merge with each other and emit energy tens of times greater than reactions in the interiors of stars. Collisions of tetraquarks should result in energy release of approximately 200 mega-electron volts. This is about 10 times as much energy as thermonuclear reactions generate. However, to date, such reactions are of no practical use, since the particles where they can occur don't last very long. Nevertheless, physicist Gerald Miller from the University of Washington in Seattle notes that the discovery suggests the possible existence of stable exotic matter composed of quarks. The annihilation is theoretically proven to take place where interaction occurs between antimatter and matter, with a huge amount of energy from this reaction of fusion released into surrounding space. Interaction of 1 kilogram of antimatter and 1 kilogram of matter produces energy of approximately 1.8 times 10 to the 17th joules, which is equivalent to the energy released during the explosion of 42.96 megatons of TNT. For comparison, the most powerful nuclear device ever exploded on the planet, the Tsar Bomba, weighing 26.5 tons, released energy equivalent to between 57 and 58.6 megatons. In light of advances in technology, the implementation of this method is unlikely before the end of the 21st century. Would you put annihilation as the best alternative to oil, or consider another method more promising?